parched. Hey guys! So, yeah, this is actually the second time I filmed this video. The first time, I had just come back from Cape Cod. I was there for like 3 days. I had like half a day in between when I was gonna go to Toronto for almost a week to help my boyfriend. Use boyfriend very loosely, I'll explain why. I was gonna help my boyfriend move up to Toronto, so I was going there for a week. And the video that I filmed, it's all like rushed and like gross, and I was like sweaty and all excited and I didn't even know what I was talking about. And a lot of what I said isn't relevant anymore because I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to Toronto, I'm gonna vlog and like film a lot of stuff. That didn't happen, and this following clip is the only one I filmed in Toronto.
Is it filming? Now it's filming, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I have kind of an announcement to make. And it's something that I've been hinting at in some of my videos for like a long time, because this is actually something that I've known about since like, I want to say July of last year, but I didn't want to count my chickens before they hatched, kind of a thing. I didn't want to say what I was doing before I was actually sure that I was doing it. Surprise! I'm moving to China for grad school for 4 years. Yay! You guys know that I'm super anxious and like I'm pretty positive I'm gonna die at some point trying to get ready or like while I'm there. I'm excited, but I'm also not excited. But yeah, so this process started, you know, like I said, a long time ago. Once I came back from China, I kind of started using my connections and pulling some strings. Through my own merit, though, I would like to say. I mean, I wouldn't be able to pull those strings if I didn't have some kind of like something to show for myself. But a former professor from when I was an undergrad kind of helped me out and set me up basically to go to a grad school in China, and it's actually one that I have visited before. Awkward moment, I actually might have said, almost verbatim, at some point that, you know, who would move to the middle of nowhere in Guizhou province, like no one's gonna move there. I actually filmed myself saying it in a vlog around this time or a little bit earlier last year, which I will show you now.
We're in the middle of nowhere in Guizhou province. Like, you know, people from big cities or wherever the places are that are overpopulated or whatever, they're not gonna move here.
Ox. Guess who's moving to the middle of nowhere in Guizhou province? Me. Well, it's not technically the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'm moving to Guiyang, so I'm moving to the capital city in the middle of nowhere. It should be very exciting. I'm actually going to Guizhou Minzu University, the university that I was like modeling at. Yeah, because my professor is friends with the dean of the arts college, I guess there, and he kind of really put in a good word for me, and it's an offer that I really cannot refuse. It's incredible. I actually have all of my paperwork right here to show you as proof. I have, you know, my the Chinese side, but I have also an English side, which I will read some of it to you. And it says, "Dear Miss Wallace, we are pleased to inform you that, having examined your application materials, we have decided to enroll you to study at the Fine Arts Department of our institution as a postgraduate student in the program of painting, taught in Chinese." I have to go and study Chinese for a year first because they didn't give me any kind of proficiency test. And my Chinese is okay, but it's not like, it's not enough to talk about like theories of art and stuff like that. It's enough to like order food and like get around and ask like where the subway is. So I have to kind of get to that next level. So they're gonna give me like a year to do so, which I think will happen, honestly, because I have all of the foundations kind of pretty solid. But and also learning Chinese in America is much different than learning Chinese in China, because you know, in America I can, or even in a big city like Beijing in China, where there's a lot of foreigners, like Shanghai, wherever, you know, you can go to Chinese class, speak Chinese, and then go about your day speaking English. But like where I'm going, there aren't a lot of English speaking foreigners or English speaking Chinese people. So I'm gonna have to kind of like pick up on things very quickly, and that's really the best way to learn a language. So if nothing else, I will have a better level of Chinese proficiency, unless I'm brain dead, because I have no excuse not to speak Chinese then, right? For the art program, it's from September of 2017 to 2020, to July of 2020. But then it says underneath here, considering that your proficiency of Chinese does not reach the requirement of our institution for professional learning, you'll need to study Chinese in Guizhou Minzu University starting September 2016 to July 2017. So that's a whole year there a school year to learn Chinese. But the best part of this whole thing, the reason that I am going, not because I was accepted, not because of anything, this school, is like kind of out of the way, and well, it's China, of course it's going to be out of the way. The main thing is that since I had so many people really high up there kind of vouching for me, I was able to apply for a scholarship from the government, and the scholarship, I'll read what it says here, and this is the most exciting part, I think. According to the notice of the China Scholarship Council, your fees for studying in China will be covered by, full scholarship, including tuition, lodging, comprehensive medical insurance, and living allowance. So that means I get to go to school for free. I get health insurance, which is something that's an issue because I'm coming up on 26. And once you turn 26, at least, I don't know about like all insurance policies in the United States. I'm very like ignorant on that situation. But at least my dad's insurance, I'll be booted off. I can't like piggyback on my dad's insurance once I turn 26. So that was like a real issue that I was worried about coming up, because I do have, medical issues. I do have, my OCD, but then I also have, I've had surgery for pre-cancer on my cervix. So that's something that I have to like check regularly. So, I mean, like health insurance is a pretty good deal. Like I'm happy to take that, but on top of that, so I get tuition, lodging, health insurance, and then I get a stipend. So they're gonna pay me to keep my what they call American lifestyle. So I don't know what that means exactly, but the stipend is quite a good amount for where I'll be living, especially. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be able to spend all that money unless I'm really trying. Bottom line, I really, really lucked out, and I'm so like, I can't, like, it's incredible to me that this could even happen. But yeah, I mean, this has been a dream of mine for a long time, and I'm kind of like really glad that it's coming together. Like it's an awesome opportunity, and it's so cool that this is happening. And sometimes like I'm like, damn, I'm lucky. Like I've worked hard and I've earned this. Like I really think I have. But on the other hand, it's like it's a big stress. It's a huge. Even though I like the idea of going to China and living there and studying, and I really like the work that comes out of that school and that the students are producing. So that's all well and good, but I'm literally uprooting my entire life and moving to the other side of the globe, like literally to the other side of the globe. So it's very scary, and it's 4 years. I mean, sure, I can come back in the summer or in between semesters or whatever, but 4 years is a long time. And that kind of brings me to what I was gonna say when I was talking about like using the term boyfriend loosely. So you guys know that I've been dating someone for about 9 months now. And well, I don't even know how to talk about this because I don't know what tense I should be using. It really sucks because when we first started dating, he knew going into it that I was going to be leaving, possibly. Like I said, I knew about this a long time before I said anything to you guys. And he had said that he doesn't want to do the long distance. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like with my track record, I'm not going to I probably won't like you by then anyway. Like it's not going to be an issue. But we're still kind of like, doing the whole thing. So, but yeah, so I helped him move to Toronto, and I stayed with his sister and her boyfriend, and everybody was awesome. It was like such a super like cool trip. But these whole like 9 months, and especially this last week in Toronto, it's been like a dark cloud that like we're supposed to break up before I leave. And that kind of like happened yesterday, I guess. And I don't want to start crying, but I know I'm going to. Hold on. Yeah, it's not fair for me to hold on to someone for 4 years or however long I can't say that it would last for 4 years, but it's not fair for me to say, hey, like, put your life on hold while I go do this cool shit over here. Don't see anyone else, don't see this. And like I joked about it and I told him, I was like, you're not allowed to date anyone else. Make sure you like get a really ugly haircut and you look really gross and don't shower a whole lot. I told him, I was like, don't dress nice. He knows I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking, but I guess I have to be joking because that would be really shitty of me. That happened and we're still talking and everything's just fine. It was very odd. Like we, had the conversation and then I had to go to the airport and like we were still acting like everything was totally normal. And then as soon as I got through security, I started crying. Like, my luck is the weirdest thing. Like, on one hand, I get to do, like, what I've always wanted to do. Like, I get to go to China for grad school. Something I knew I wanted to do since 2011 when I first went there and I was an undergrad and I was like, this is where I want to be for my next step. I knew that, and I'm doing that. But on the other hand, like, how shitty is my luck that I also find someone that I would be just as happy, if not more so, just like going and living in Toronto together and like doing all the things that we were doing, and I have to compromise that because if we didn't stay together, I would never forgive myself for missing out on the opportunity to further my studies, because that's something that I'm really passionate about. And I kind of believe that like if we're gonna work out, then 4 years isn't gonna make a difference. But I don't know. It's like, it sucks. It really sucks. Good and the bad. I guess you have to just take it all together and, just make compromises and put on a fucking brave face, because otherwise what are you gonna do? I'm gonna lay in bed all day and, wallow in my self-pity? I can't do that. It's very easy for me to do that, but I shouldn't allow myself to do that, so I'm not going to. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess that's the whole video. I have nothing else to say. Just so that you do know though, I do plan to continue making videos in China. I do plan to try and, break through that great firewall of China. And I want to bring you guys videos, and I think it'd be really cool for those of you, interested in seeing how I'm coping with my anxiety and just seeing how I'm living life in a different part of the world than most people that are watching me. So I think it'll be fun and I think it'll be worth it, and I want to make like cool videos. I have like ideas for things, when I get there. I've been thinking about it for a long time. So I'll let you know how the process goes. I'll probably bring you through some of it, give you some updates, especially once I like work out visas and flights and like all that crazy shit that is blowing my mind. I'm worried about prescriptions. I'm worried about, bank accounts. I'm worried about all kinds of things. I'm just glad I don't have to worry about health insurance now. Oh, but I don't know. So yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube videos. I don't know when my next video will be. I'm sorry, I can't keep it on any kind of normal schedule. This next month is gonna be insane. So we'll just see where it goes. Just stay along for the ride, I guess. Okay. Alright, bye. Alright guys, thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow me on social media, do whatever you need to do. And if you're interested, here's a clip of my last video. Hey guys, so I have a little bit of a different type of video today. It's my channel, so I can talk about whatever I want, and you're free to leave if you would like.